NewsNation senior national correspondent Brian Entin was jammed into that courtroom too, and he joins me now live. I was dying to talk to you about everything, not just the map that we put up, but the weirdness of having so many of them in one small courtroom and what it was like to be in there with them. So take me there and tell me everything.
Yeah, I think awkward is a good word to describe it, Ashleigh. First of all, we've seen over and over again the way they bring them into the courtroom. You know, they've got them shackled, the bulletproof vest. They walk them in one by one through the parking lot. And then once they got in the courtroom, there's the video right there. There's Grandma Tiffany when they brought her in this morning. I asked her a question, by the way, and she would barely even look at me. She just walked straight ahead. Anyway, once they get into the courtroom, in the past, they brought them in one by one for their part of the hearing. But today, as you mentioned, they had them all together. And it was a bizarre setup because they had to cram a lot of people in there. You saw the map. They had to put up in the jury box, it was Tad Cullum and Cole Twombly. And they had two white card tables that they put up in the jury box. They separated them, so you had the suspects at the table, and then each had their lawyer at the table. And it was a little awkward because when they had to walk up and down those stairs, up into the jury box, you know, they're shackled. They could barely get up the stairs. So they were up in the jury box. In front of the jury box, you had Paul Grice. They had another table set up right there, and Paul Grice was sitting there with his attorney. On the other side of the courtroom, on the other side of the judge, was Cora Twombly. Then at the defendants table, at the big defendants table that's always there, that's permanent, you had Grandma Tiffany, which I found to be kind of interesting because, you know, investigators have said all along she's the mastermind behind the whole thing. She got the main table sitting right there at the big defendants table. Then, of course, you had the prosecutors, and it was full. There were at least four defense investigators sitting right in the front row, and then, as you mentioned, also victims' family members. So it was full. It was awkward with them all together. You can only imagine, Ashleigh, they likely haven't seen each other or locked eyes since they were all arrested.
So I was doing a little reading up on your notes while you were in there, and something just jumped out at me. It was the Twombleys, right? They're not together. They're actually apart, facing each other across the courtroom. And like Mr. Twombly's lawyer is a woman, and seemed to be like way more friendly than you would normally see in a courtroom. And that's Cora looking across at her husband. Yeah. What happened? What was going on?
Yeah, this was strange. So first of all, you mentioned they're across from each other. They locked eyes. At one point, it looked like Cora maybe was almost crying a little bit. But Cole Twombly has this female attorney. And at one point, he now has kind of a buzzed, shaved head, and she's like rubbing his head, Ashleigh. She's rubbing Cole's head. This is the attorney, rubbing his head in the courtroom, and almost like leans over and is leaning on him, which everybody in the courtroom noticed. And the thing I was wondering is, I mean, you've seen this sometimes during a trial, attorneys will sort of try to humanize their clients. They might touch them a little bit, try to show that they're not monsters. But this wasn't a trial. I mean, there's no jury there. And I was just wondering what Cora Twombly was thinking while this whole thing was going down.
Well, and I'm also thinking, what was that lawyer thinking? Because you should not be, you know, sampling the buzz cut of your client and then, you know, relaxing teenage movie theater style with your arm around the back of your client's chair, especially since the dynamic is that his wife is right across the way. What was that like? Was she upset? Was she crying? Did she eventually like look away? Like, how did that go over?
I mean, honestly, our eyes were so locked on what was happening with the lawyer, I actually didn't look over at Cora at that moment. But throughout the entire thing, Cora just seemed to be actually the most emotional. She was teary-eyed. She looked like she was emotional. The others, not so much, really didn't show much emotion at all. Grandma Tiffany, you remember last time we saw her, she had that really tight braid. That was the thing I remember about the last time I saw her walking in. She didn't have the braid this time. It was only partially braided. Her hair has turned much more gray. And she, again, there she is when she walked in. I mean, she doesn't look at anybody, really. Barely makes eye contact with anybody. She's a serious woman, it seems. And she marched right in that courtroom and didn't really say a word.
Well, she didn't say a word, but you talked to some court watchers. I mean, listen, there's a big fascination, not just in that little town and that little panhandle, but all across the country. Some people who were in court came out of court to talk to you. Tell me what you found out.
Yeah, I think the fascination and the big question right now, especially with them all crammed in that little room together, is who is going to turn on who? And that's what happens behind the scenes at this stage of an investigation. And the prosecution oftentimes hopes for it, that someone's going to turn on somebody else and they're going to get some info. And who's going to try to save themselves? And that's what a lot of people in the courtroom were thinking about today. Take a listen. Do you get the sense that they're going to turn on each other at some point?
It makes you wonder if somebody won't start talking. It'll be interesting to see who, because I think somebody will talk.
Who do you think?
If I was picking, Cora, maybe, or Paul, one of those two. Tad is very in tune and he likes watching what everybody's doing, because he had eye contact with everybody. He was watching the whole thing, between the lawyers and everything. So it was interesting.
It's interesting she said that about Cora. Again, she did appear to be sort of the most emotional in the moment today in court, Ash.
Well, if I'm Cora and I'm looking at my husband doing, footsie and fingersies across the courtroom, I might consider flipping on him. Who knows? That might not be the best, strategy I've ever heard of in a courtroom. Brian Entin, thank you so much for that. I just love when you give us this color, and especially in this bizarre case. So thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.